Malik, you guys seem to have that game in control in the first half. What exactly happened there where you guys kind of let off the gas and let that game slip away?
Well, you just said it. We just let off the gas, relaxed too much, didn't do what we did in the first half, which was drive, kick, swing. Started playing a little bit one-on-one ball, and the ball got stuck. The shots weren't going in, and they made that run.
I guess kind of to that point, big difference in three-point shooting, first half, second half. What do you think going away from it? Was there an emphasis on getting into the paint more since that's something that you guys weren't doing very well in the first half?
No, not really. I just feel like we thought we had it and just relaxed. It happens sometime, but hate to happen this late in the season when we need wins. But, we'll watch the film and get better.
On another note, just what did you think of Kevin obviously coming in here and kind of sparking the way they did in the second?
Next question.
Okay, sounds good.
That's my dog, though.
Do you feel like, what's the biggest takeaway? I mean, obviously you guys came in, started the right way, see things slip. It hadn't been something where, things go wrong for you and have to dig yourselves out of a hole.
Yeah, we finished quarters too bad, man. I feel like we be up 12, then we finish a quarter, we up 7. I think that happened probably each quarter. And it's hard to win when a team got 60 paint points. We couldn't stop them from driving, including myself, so we got to work on that.
Malik, how about DeMar reaching a milestone tonight, 25,000 points? How remarkable is that?
Man, a lot of people don't even get to the NBA. For him to do that is crazy. I'm mad we didn't get the win for him. But yeah, a lot of people won't do that. And yeah, hats off to DeMar. That's why he's gonna be in the Hall of Fame.
Malik, we had talked, a couple weeks ago about just, getting Zach more involved and aggressive. And tonight, obviously, the shots, he only had 4 shots to the fourth quarter. How much do you take that upon yourself to either get in his ear to take more shots or set him up for opportunities?
Shit, that's my job, man. I'll be trying to do it. It's just him being comfortable with taking the shots that he's not used to, too. We've been talking a lot. We talk every day about it. Tonight was one of those nights where he didn't shoot the ball well and didn't shoot a lot. And we can't have that out of him. He know that, though, but that's us. That's our job to figure out how to get him more shots because we can't have that out of him.
League, obviously, guys are professionals, and consistency is kind of hard to keep going when you got guys in and out of the roster and whatnot. But how difficult is it actually, to try to find a consistent, pace and everything out on the court?
It's difficult to find a consistent way of living in life, man. And trying to do it in basketball is even harder. Because you got all great players out there. They all did what you did in high school. So to have somebody come back in, might be out of rhythm, he might not be out of rhythm, might have something else going on outside of basketball. You never know, man. So it's hard to do. But we in the NBA, man, it's our job to get paid to do it, so we got to figure it out.
Malik, you talked about, like, in the first half, kind of the game plan, drive, kick, swing, things like that, and then in the second half got a little stagnant. What from your perspective, what's causing that? Like the ball gets stuck and things like that. Why the difference, do you think?
That's a good question. I feel like just because we up and we feel like the game will go be easy for us. I can't speak for everybody, but that's what I'm thinking. Just because we got a little lead, we get comfortable and just start doing what we want to do. Not really one-on-one. It's not really selfish. It's just us playing basketball and trying to make a play for ourselves.
I want to real quick go back to you were talking about struggling to finish quarters. Why do you think that is, and what do you think you got to do to fix it? I
don't know why we do that, man, but I think that's why we're in the position we is right now, 9th seed in the West, because we don't finish quarters. That's little small plays, rebounds, loose balls, things like that we don't do every game. We do it some games, and that's when we look great. So yeah, that's why we're in the position we is right now.
DeMar, first up, congratulations on 25,000.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
What exactly happened there in the second half of this game where you guys kind of let go of the rope and let that team back in?
I think we got too stagnant. They got real aggressive, just driving the ball, getting downhill, forced us to put them on the foul line. They hit big shots. They kind of just took it to another gear that second half, and we kind of, stayed in one gear instead of turning it back up. offensively and defensively.
Shot the ball really well from three in that first half, and then didn't take many or make many in that second half. What do you think led to the different shot profile there?
Stop moving the ball, stop getting stops, playing in transition, putting them in rotation, being able to get shots up. We didn't give ourselves the opportunity that, we gave in the first half, just giving us, easy shots and rhythm. We kind of let go of the gas from that standpoint.
DeMar, obviously, goal was to get the win tonight, but 25,000 when you think about that, and from coming into the league till now, what are some of the things that you think about?
I don't know. It really haven't hit me. It sucks losing. But I don't know. I think maybe tomorrow, day off, kind of sink in. Hit. It's always an honor. It's just an honor, period, to still be able to play this game at a high level, in my 16th year, being able to be, recognized in the top wherever it is of, scorers in this league. I've been a fan of this league since I was a kid. I have nothing but love and respect for all the people that came before, the people who built this league, and, to be able to be niched in any type of history in this league is an honor.
DeMar, I guess, for this to happen against one of your former teams, and you also had Zach and Kev facing their former teams for the first time tonight. Like, I guess, number one, I'm asking to kind of speak to that aspect of it, of doing this against your former team, and then just maybe just the emotions that kind of come with a game like this where some of you guys are playing a team you used to play for.
Yeah, I mean, it could be different for everybody. Everybody could have their own motivation, motive going into a certain type of game like that, depending on the connection, the history, so many things. It's different for everybody, and sometimes it brings the best out of you as well. And you look at Kev. He came in here like he had a grudge, and he played like it. He had big shots. He came through big, put up 25 for him, and that's how it goes sometimes when you play against your former team at times.
DeMar, I was curious. Obviously, Zach was kind of limited from his shot taking opportunities tonight. He's talked about being aggressive, and we've kind of talked about that over the past couple of weeks. But Malik just talked about how can't have that. And I'm just wondering if what you're seeing that kind of leads to some of those limited nights from him.
We just got to get the ball to him in his spots, let him play in transition. When we play in transition, that's when he at his best, being able to get downhill, being a force, getting to the free throw line. He one of the best free throw jars on the team when he being aggressive, getting downhill. So, we got to play to his strengths more, put the ball in his hands, and understand, where he most effective to get going, because, we're not going to win games without Zach being Zach, so we just got to find those ways.
Unacceptable. There's a lot there that's unacceptable, but you can't let people come into your house and just do what you want. Do what they want. The energy necessary to do what we need to do was not there tonight. Super disappointed, and this one stings. And I told him I hope that it hurts. It should hurt if you care about it. It should hurt really bad. And I didn't even play, so yeah.
Doug, Malik and DeMar talked about how they thought in the second half the offense kind of became a little stagnant. From your perspective, what do you think causes that in some of these games, and what might you guys be able to do to remedy that?
I think more than anything, it's I think I can do it type of an attitude, and that that's great because everyone should believe in themselves. But they were shown multiple videos, and they know to especially when you got teams that are switching or teams that are helping, you just one dribble, get off of it, create an advantage, and once the advantage is created, just continue to play for each other until you get a really good shot. And it's not from a bad place. Like that's not it. We don't got guys in there that are thinking like that. It's just the nature of the game sometimes. They get you. The pressure, if you want to use that word, of the game as it's going on can get you sometimes. And unfortunately, the performance tonight was not to the level that I expect or they expect out of themselves, I'm sure.
Doug, there in the second quarter, you guys took some really bad shots and it looked like the ball stopped moving. Just what happens in those moments and how can you rein that in?
Again, it's kind of the same question that he asked. So really, to be honest, it's like in your mind you think that, I can do it right now instead of trusting your teammates and trusting yourself to get off the basketball, use your superpower to create an advantage for somebody else. And that's a selfless act that you just, and it's not, like I said, coming from a selfish place. It's just the nature of the game. I've been there. Played on a team that moved the ball a whole lot, but did we have every quarter that was like that? People remember it like that, but it was not always like that. It happened sometimes, and unfortunately for us, it happened versus a team that we should beat, especially at home, especially in the moment that we're in right now as we search down the road, towards the end of the season. But again, you got guys out, guys coming back, and now you got to assimilate them back in, and that gets difficult. Lineups change and different things, so you're trying to find that rhythm, and you're playing against a team that really isn't trying to find a rhythm. They're just trying to play hard. So all of a sudden they find a game. And when you look down, all of a sudden you find yourself in a bad way.
A lot of points from three in the first half and not many in the paint, and then sort of the inverse in that second half. What do you think of the difference in shot profile and what kind of led to that?
I think all three of you guys asked the same question, so I pretty much just answered it. Yeah.
You touched on players being in and out and, needing to find some consistency, to finish the year. Do you think that, knowing the difficult road ahead to get into the postseason, do you think this is a game, like you said, you should have won, but do you think guys kind of overlooked the Bulls?
No, I don't think that they overlooked them. I think that to all three of their questions, you don't overlook them. You think that you can do it instead of doing it the right way. And the right way can be boring sometimes. And when I look down at the stat sheet, 27 assists, yeah, but we should be well over 30. 39 threes, not enough. Defensively, not protecting the paint. Like, you go on and on about all the little things that we talk about and that they know and that they will come out and do better. But that doesn't help the feeling that you feel at this moment right now because you let something slip away.
Coach Christie, Kobe White, 15 points in the third, 16 points in the fourth. What did you see there, how he kind of got away with a runaway train?
Yeah, spectacular player. I'm a fan of Kobe's, actually. He just put his head down. And he just said, I want it, I'm going to go get it. And they already know how I feel about that. You can't let that happen. You got to pick him up early. Devin guarded him. He did a pretty good job there for a moment when we got back in the game, and then I took him out to try to match the minutes. And when he came back in, he got cross-matched a couple times, and he's a really good player, man. So when a player like that gets going, it's definitely tough. 14 free throws is, he was getting downhill, and on some of those, I used to say it when I was on TV, if you're going to foul them, foul them. 3-point plays are unacceptable. If you're about to foul somebody, wrap them up, don't let the ball get above their head. But these are all the little things equal to big things. And when you add all those up, that's how we get here.
Doug, over the last maybe 2 weeks, we've seen a lot less shots for Zach LaVine. Are you concerned at all, just whether it's his teammates looking for him or him not looking to get up extra shots?
More than anything, just talking to Zach, we have to find ways that he can stay aggressive and be aggressive and play his game. And offensively, sometimes we run 4, we run 5, and he'll find himself in the corner or someplace. And when you go to those high splits, it's hard to get there if you don't, move that ball that extra time, that extra look. As you come off on the 4 high splits and somebody puts pressure on the rim, and now you get somebody going dribble handoff, big rolls to the rim really hard, it causes the corner to help. Bang, there he is. But if you're only looking for the pocket or you're not going through your progressions, and these are things like, that I will have to teach them, running that offense and understanding all of that are 2 totally different things. And I think that they can do that, but when they do it, it looks beautiful. But when you don't look through your progressions, that's where a guy like Zach will get lost. And we need him to be Zach LaVine. We need him to be aggressive and stay aggressive. And he understands that. And we'll watch film and talk to him about different areas and making sure that we are running things that put the ball in his hands for him to make decisions that we've seen him make his whole career. And that is an aggressive Zach LaVine. So am I worried? No, I'm not worried. But it feels like crap.